Okay, friends, the time has come for you to memorize the unit circle. So in front of you, you see a blank, and I'm just going to talk you through some strategies that I use to remember all the values. So the first thing that I'm going to suggest is that you at least mentally note these missing spots right here, because thinking about those will help you with your degree as well as radian measures. So, oops, let's get that out of there. So, turn the pen back on. If you consider the additions I've made, then each space is 15 degrees. So you just count by 15s. 15, which I'm not going to label, and then 30, 45, and 45 and 15 is 60. And then another 15 is 75. I don't label that. This is 90. Plus 15, I don't label the 105. Plus another 15 is 120. Plus 15 is 135. Plus 15 is 150. And then it's 15 and 15 more. So 150 plus 30 is 180. This is 2 jumps, so plus 30 is 210, plus 15, 225, plus another 215 is plus another 15 is 240, and then it's 2 jumps, so it's plus 30, so that's 270, and then this is 15 and 15, so plus 30 is 300, 315, 330, and then of course it's a jump of 2 spaces, so 360, which of course is coterminal with 0. So those are the degree measures that you should be familiar with. Now let's do radians. Hopefully you know that 0 is 0 and 360 is 2 pi. And now each little space, including the ones I've added in, is pi over 12. So this is 1 pi over 12, and this is 2 pi over 12, which reduces to pi over 6. And then 1, 2, 3 pi over 12 reduces to pi over 4, and 4 pi over 12 reduces to pi over 3. And then we have 5 pi over 12, 6 pi over 12 reduces to pi, sorry this is a little messy, pi over 2. Then 7 pi over 12, 8 pi over 12, well 8 twelfths is 2/3, 9 twelfths is 3/4, 10 twelfths is 5/6, and then 11 twelfths, and then 12 twelfths is 1 whole, 13 twelfths, 14 twelfths reduces to 7/6, 15 twelfths reduces to 5/4, 16 twelfths reduces to 4/3, 17 twelfths, 18 twelfths reduces to 3/2, 19 twelfths, 20 twelfths is 5/3, 21 twelfths is 7/4, 22 twelfths is 11/6. Alright, so there's all your radian measures. Some other useful memory tricks here. In the first quadrant, notice all your numerators are pi. Okay, and also notice that the radian measures that are closest to the x-axis always have a denominator of 6. And the ones in the middle always have denominators of 4. And the ones closest to the y-axis always have a denominator of 3. In the second quadrant, notice that each numerator is 1 less than the denominator, 2/3, 3/4, 5/6, which makes sense because they're all just shy of 1 whole pi. And similarly, in the third quadrant, the numerator is always 1 more because it's just beyond 1 pi, 7/6, 5/4, and 4/3. And in the fourth quadrant, it's almost 2 pi, so it's always 1 less than twice the denominator. So if you double 6, you get 12. It's only 11. If you double 4, it's 8. So the numerator is 1 less, or 7. And similarly, if you double 3, you get 6. 6 minus 1 is 5. All right, all that just for degrees and radians. Now, the coordinates. Hopefully, the ones on the axes are obvious. 1, 0, negative 1, 0, 0, 1, and 0, negative 1. 0, negative 1. Then the ones in the middle, that's where it's the two coordinates are the same, root 2 over 2, root 2 over 2. The pi over 6, well, the x-coordinate is clearly, just looking at it, bigger than the y-coordinate, so that's how I remember which order to put it in. And then you get the reverse for pi over 3. The x-coordinate is the smaller one, and then you get 1/2 positive root 3 over 2. Now, from here, just use the symmetry of the unit circle. So over here, this point should have the opposite x-coordinate as pi over 3, so negative 1/2, but the y-coordinate should be the same, root 3 over 2. Oops, a little messy there. And the same thing here. It's going to be the same as pi over 4, but the x-coordinate this time is negative. So you get that. And then here, again, the x-coordinate becomes negative, but it's the same numbers as you see on pi over 6. And of course, that pattern continues. In the third quadrant, everything, both x and y, are negative. So I just keep using those same familiar numbers, but I make sure they're both negative. And this one's going to be negative 1/2, negative root 3 over 2. And then over here, the x-coordinate's positive, the y-coordinate's negative. So root 2 over 2 positive for x, negative root 2 over 2 for y, and the last one, positive root 3 over 2, negative 1/2. So next time you'll have a quiz where I'm going to give you a unit circle that's blank. You'll have to fill in the degree measures, the radian measures, and the coordinates. And please remember, this is all to help you know sines, cosines, and tangents for these specific locations. So just quickly, just a reminder. If you want to know, say, the sine of 7 pi over 6, well, you find that on your unit circle, and the sine is the y-coordinate, so negative 1/2. Negative 1/2. If you wanted the cosine, say, of 5 pi over 3, well, you'd find 5 pi over 3, and the cosine is the x-coordinate, so positive 1/2. Okay, please be ready for that quiz next time.